It's September. Can you believe it? Hey, lady, welcome back to your new favorite talk show for Christian women, Grown Lady Chat. With me, your host, Dr. Sherunda Simone. This year is flying by extremely quickly, and it's really easy for us to begin to feel even more pressure. All right, the kids are back in school, you might have older kids in college, and of course, we have the big holiday season upon us. And as women, we have so many things that we're already doing, we have so many plans that we're already actively pursuing. Don't forget about your own goals that you might have set out to accomplish this year. And so the tendency for some of us, myself included, is to begin to reflect and say, okay, here is where I am and here's where I want to be. And then you begin to look at the gap between the two spots, right? But what I want to do in today's episode is just to give you some helpful, practical ways to decrease your stress so that you can actually enjoy this end of year season, enjoy the time with your family and friends, and so that you don't feel the huge, massive weight of overwhelm that tends to happen, especially in this time of year. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so very much for being here. I'm excited. I cannot wait to chat it up with you in the comments. And of course, if you have not already introduced yourself in the comment section, please do so. Let me know that you are here. I want to give you a proper welcome. And for all of my amazing ladies who show up week after week, you chat it up in the comments, you're on social media sharing, liking, and commenting, thank you very much. We are well on our way to 300 subscribers, which means so much to me, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Now, as you know, I like to do random giveaways. The next giveaway is happening really soon, so depending on when you're watching this video, it might have already happened, but I am doing a giveaway for a $40 TJ Maxx gift card. If you are a winner of a giveaway prize, you could get home decor items, you could get makeup, skincare, beauty, faith-based resources, or personal development tools. So the easiest way for you to join the giveaway is by chatting it up in the comments and answering the question of the day. Today's question of the day is, what is your favorite holiday? Drop it in the comments and let me know. So one of the ways that we can help to decrease our stress and overwhelm in this season is by being intentional with our commitments. And I mentioned this on my productivity video and I really expounded on this. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll link it in one of the cards above or in the description below. But you want to be intentional with your commitments because there are going to be so many invitations and so many opportunities for you to show up and be present, which is a good thing. You like to have options, right? But you don't always have to do everything, and you have to make sure that when you are giving your yes, I'll attend, yes, I'll help out, yes, I'll participate, make sure that you can actually show up 100%. You can show up with your best, you can show up with your best mindset, with your best effort, and you can actually enjoy yourself. So before you begin to overcommit in this season, just be intentional with your commitments and realize that sometimes you might have to say, you know what, I can't make it this year, but I'll be there in the future. Or let me check my calendar before I commit and say yes. It's okay if you cannot be at every single event. This is a big one, ladies, and I know that so many women struggle with this. We've got to be able to ask for help. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength, and it's also a sign of heightened self-awareness. You know that there are things you want to accomplish. You know what you can accomplish. And sometimes it's easy for us to overextend ourselves and to stretch ourselves far too thin. Okay? Trust me, I've been there. Over the years, I have realized the power of delegation. All right? So delegate to your family members, delegate to your children, and ask for help. Ask your friends for help. There are certain skill sets that you might not have, but somebody in your friend circle, they might be able to accomplish that task with far more ease and less stress than you, and vice versa. So ask for help and don't be afraid to delegate. And now it's time for Dr. Sherunda Simone's random but helpful information. Lady, let me just remind you, in the hustle and bustle of life, and when we are being pulled in so many different directions, let me just remind you that no is a complete sentence. You're welcome. Social media will have us believing that we have to have everything aesthetic and perfect, like it's coming out of a home and garden magazine. Lady, let me just tell you, I have to constantly remind myself, okay, because I do like pretty things, I love aesthetic things, and I have to remind myself that I am most often working with just myself or limited resources in the way of time and energy. Social media will have us thinking that we have got to go all out all the time in every way, and that's not necessarily the case. Let us in this season be mindful of where we're getting our inspiration and how we are trying to use that inspiration to create these special moments, especially in the holiday season, with our family and friends. Remember that for the most part, social media is curated. Okay, so when you see people with these flawless looking events and their hair is flawless, their dress is flawless, their makeup, the kids are flawless, and everything is set just right, the food, the place settings, it's beautiful. I love to see it. But guess what? They have a whole team working with them. You might be a team of one. So lady, take the pressure off yourself. These moments that you're creating with your family and friends in this holiday season, it's for you. And it's for those you love and for those in your circle. It's not for everybody else. So yes, we should get inspiration. And yes, we should love to see what others are doing so that we can get ideas for how we can incorporate even more beauty and lovely experiences in our lives. But at the same time, realize that you are your own person and you have your own way of doing things and you have your own beauty and creativity. And so you need to focus on what you can do with the resources that you have. And don't feel pressured or burdened, and don't get saddened and depressed and begin to feel jealous or less than because you might not have the resources of somebody else. In the holiday season, it is known that depression and sadness, lonely and anxiety ramps up and rises and increases. And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with comparing ourselves to others, comparing our experiences to others. And social media plays into that in a big way. So yes, get your inspiration, but at the same time, be aware of what you can do and the best that you have to offer and focus on that.
Hey, lady, are you a woman who loves the Lord and who also enjoys beautiful things? Well, if you are, then you are personally invited to join my exclusive Christian women's group. In this group, we chat about clothes, beauty, home decor, parenting, marriage, cooking, and of course, our Christian walk. It's Christian lifestyle all encompassing. So be sure to join by clicking the link below. I hope to chat with you soon. Now back to our show.
When it comes to the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, the tendency is just to hit the ground running. Especially in the United States, holidays are very commercialized. So you turn on your TV, you turn on your YouTube, and all you see are ads popping up about ways to spend money and ways to make things brighter, lighter, more festive, which is great. That's all good. But lady, let's be mindful. Let's be purposeful. Let's be intentional and let's plan, especially when it comes to gift ideas. We don't want to overspend. We don't want to put ourselves in deep debt just for the moment. Instead, let's be very careful and let's sit down and plan. Just take a few moments and plan. Plan out your ideas for meals because food is extremely expensive. Plan your gifts out, and that way you don't find yourself spending an exorbitant amount of money and getting so stressed out about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and who you're going to gift and what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear. No, take some time and plan and prepare so that when you're doing your shopping, you already know what you're going to do. And I know that for some people you're thinking, yeah, that makes sense. But lady, how many of us actually do it? How many times do you sit down and say, okay, I'm going to write down the gifts I'm going to get for the kids and be very specific? Because look, when you are talking with your children, they probably want everything they've seen on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TV, whatever. But we've got to, as parents, be mindful of how we are spending and gifting, right? Last year in the Grown Lady Chat email community, I sent out a gift guide just to help so that when you are doing your shopping, you wouldn't forget anybody. And I'll probably send it out again. So if you're not a part of the Grown Lady Chat email community, make sure you are, because I do send out emails and communications throughout the week. So you don't want to miss all of that. This last point is just a reminder to you to take the pictures that aren't always perfect and pretty. What I mean by that is it's so easy for us to always have the perfectly posed and postured photographs, which we like those, okay? We always love an aesthetic Instagram moment. However, there are some little candid shots and the candid moments in this holiday season that can mean so much to us. The little moments when you see your kids doing something quirky and cute and they don't know that you're filming them, or they don't know that you're taking that photo, or the moments where you and your hubby are in the kitchen, or maybe you and your mom are there in the kitchen, and no, you're not dressed in matching pajamas, but you're taking a moment to take a photo to capture that memory. That's going to be a lasting positive memory and impression in your mind and in your heart. Be sure to capture those moments with your loved ones, and remember, they don't always have to be aesthetic. Sometimes there is so much beauty in the candid random moments when things don't match, when the house isn't perfectly straightened up and the kitchen isn't perfectly clean. Take some time to pay attention to what's happening around you. Sometimes I will just sit, I'll just look at my kids, I'll just watch what they're doing and try and, pay attention to the way they're speaking and their laughter. I'll just pause and just look at my husband when he doesn't know that I'm watching, and just take in all the wonderful things about him, the little body movements and the way he talks, his laugh. And I just take them in and hold them as memories in that moment. It's so easy for us to be, in the fast pace of life, especially in the holidays when we should be creating those lovely memories. Instead, we're in the hustle and bustle of it all, and we forget to live in the moment. Lady, live in the moment, whether it's Christmas, whether it's New Year, Thanksgiving, because this moment, the moment that you are living in right now, this is a once in a lifetime moment. You will never experience this moment ever again. Let's pause, slow down, and actually look, not through the lens of our camera phone, but actually look with our eyes and be aware with all 5 of our senses what is happening around us. And that is it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some practical information that you can apply in your life today and moving forward. Don't forget to answer the question of the day, all right? And also be sure to join the Grown Lady Chat email community so that you can stay up to date with all of the communication. Everything will be linked in the description box below. And until Monday, remember, I am Dr. Sherunda Simone, and I will either see you at the top or from the top. You decide. Bye.